What the hell? Did you schedule some ladies' auxiliary meeting?
I had nothing to do with this.
I called this meeting.
You did?
Yeah, it was an emergency. Right, girls?
Right.
Mabel? I need my pills. Sis, you just had your pills.
You two are sisters?
You can't tell?
They do sound a lot alike.
Fine. So why are you all here? You're not on the schedule.
Like I said, it's an emergency.
What's the emergency?
We're here to plot our husband's murders.
Well, thank God. I thought it was something serious.
Whatever may come our way, we'll deal with it day to day. We hope you'll be there while we're living in our timeshare.
Hold on. Back it up a minute.
You don't want to hear her repeat that, do you?
If they're plotting a murder, I sure as hell do.
Not a murder. Multiple homicides.
Okay, why?
Do we really want to get involved?
You're free to leave.
Nobody's going anywhere.
You still haven't answered my question.
Tell 'em, girls.
Our husbands don't appreciate us. Fred's out all day breaking rocks. I hardly ever get to see him.
Mabel? Are you sure I had my pills? Mac takes her for granted. She just won't admit it. All he does is work at that stupid building and loan. When was the last time you got stopped?
Stopped? It probably means having sex, but don't quote me on that.
Tony's got himself into so much debt that he's working round the clock.
It sounds to me like your husbands are just trying to provide for you.
Part of providing for us is catering to our needs.
I have to agree with her there.
What? You're on her side?
We ladies have to stick together.
Steve, I always had problems getting Barney's attention, but these days it's worse than ever. And Mr. Slate's working Fred to the bone, and Fred's too chicken to stand up to him.
And Mac's into Mr. Potter for another 10 G's.
What happened to all the money Martina gave him?
He invested it in that stupid building and loan that'll never be profitable. He should just sell that sinkhole. Did you know there's pornography on this computer?
Steve's well aware of what's on that computer. Aren't you, Steve?
Anyway, we've decided we're putting an end to the neglect.
By murdering your husbands?
Not right away. We're gonna give them a chance to atone for their sins.
Good luck with that.
What's that supposed to mean?
You men never atone for your sins. I'm telling Fred he has to demand normal hours or quit his job. And I'm buying one more dress for Barney, and that's it.
And Tony's getting his own ultimatum from me. He either sells that stupid dry cleaning joint and get back into the business, or he gets it right between the eyes. Who's into the chickens and goats?
Seriously?
I have no idea what she's talking about.
A likely story.
Stephanie, men are liars. Get used to it.
Molly, Murder is not the answer.
It's the only answer. The question is how to do it.
I think in your case it's obvious.
Yeah, but these three have never even gotten a parking ticket before.
I'm going to make it quick and clean.
And how are you going to do that?
Cut off his head.
That may be quick, but it'll be anything but clean.
Of course it will. Bonnie's got nothing up there.
Wilma, what about you?
I'm gonna cut the brake line to Fred's dinosaur.
Ouch. That'll hurt.
Mabel, have you decided how you're getting rid of Mac yet?
Oh my. There's a whole folder dedicated to nothing but hamsters.
Can I ask you a question, Molly?
Sure. Just don't expect an answer. And stop looking at my legs.
Well, I'd appreciate one.
Excuse me?
She's holding a machine gun. Do you really want to antagonize her?
It's all right. I can handle the cream puff.
I am not a cream puff.
You ain't Arnold Schwarzenegger either. Go on. Ask your question.
Okay, here you are all complaining about your husbands. But when was the last time that you gals went out of your way for them?
Did he really ask me that?
I don't know him. That's it. Bail on me. I still value my life.
We do everything for our husbands.
That's right, Steve. I wash Bonnie's clothes, file his nails, and even laugh at all his corny jokes. And that laugh.
I think Barney has a great laugh.
And Fred, I make sure I take his suit to the cleaners, I polish his feet, and even wash that mop he calls hair.
And don't forget sex. We give him lots and lots of it.
In my case, it's more like try to. You think you got it bad? The last time Fred got between my legs was to look for the remote.
Mabel, will you say something before the birds come and use you for a nest?
This doesn't look anatomically possible. Are you sure these aren't photoshopped?
What the bloody hell is she looking at? I swear I have no idea.
Don't believe him. He's probably a pervert.
That I already know. I'm just wondering how far off the deep end he's gone.
Steve, it's just so frustrating. The other night, I came into the bedroom in this really short nightie, and Barney couldn't keep his eyes off the slinky blonde on the tube.
Well, that's not right. Maybe he didn't know she walked into the room.
I only yelled, legs at 12 o'clock. Nothing.
Which is what we've been getting lately.
I made Fred's favorite meal for dinner last night. Dino a la king. Not even a thank you.
And poor Mabel. Mac knows she's not well and needs attention, but does he give it to her?
This is really sad.
Sad. It's criminal.
And murder isn't?
It's justifiable homicide.
Try convincing that to a jury.
What jury? Ain't gonna be no trial if they never find the body.
Maybe Rhonda can talk some sense into her. Where is Rhonda? She and Iggy went away for the week. Look, let me call Tony and have him come down here.
Don't you dare. I don't want to see his mug until it's got my gun pushed up against his forehead.
You know, this is serious.
No arguments from me.
Why don't you just divorce your husbands?
Divorce is too good for him.
Besides, the way the courts are these days, it'll take years to get rid of that no good for nothing. And we ain't getting any younger.
Don't I know it? I can't picture Mabel killing anybody.
She's not doing it herself. She's hiring a hitman. Well, I'm hiring a hitman.
Does Mabel even want to go through with this? She hasn't said much of anything.
Mabel will do what's good for her.
Mabel, what do you want?
I want to know what the duck and the goose are doing.
It's not that they just take us for granted, which is bad enough. When we try to sit down and talk to them about it, they don't want to hear it.
Men have trouble expressing their feelings.
Tell me about it. They're all closed up inside.
It's like trying to pry open the vault of Fort Knox. Hell, it's like trying to get into Fort Knox.
Why are men so closed up? You're asking me? You're a man, though sometimes I wonder.
They think it shows a sign of weakness if they show emotion.
Wait a minute. That's it.
What's it?
I know what the problem is.
The problem is our husbands.
No. Why you can't get anywhere with them.
So you gonna share?
It's kind of hard to explain.
Try.
Wilma, what does Fred do when you try to talk to him?
He usually goes to feed Dino. I wish he'd go to feed Pebbles. She's exhausting to get a bottle down.
So he goes off and does something else rather than confront the problem. When a guy does that, it's because he knows he's wrong.
Your point?
I'd like to know where this is going to.
We all would.
There is no way she can insert that thing where she's attempting to put it.
Maybe she has vaginismus. You're gonna start with that again?
I'm still waiting for your point.
There's a show on TV. It's called NCIS.
I watch that all the time.
Me too. Never miss it.
That new guy, what's his name? You know, the one who took over for Gibbs?
Parker.
Yeah, that's him. Boy, is he hot.
I like McGee. I think he's adorable. I wish Gibbs hadn't left. He was my favorite.
Hey, Mabel, who was the one that you liked?
This one is definitely photoshopped.
I think she likes Ducky. He's not on much anymore.
You're missing the point. But good. You all watch the show. I don't.
You don't know what you're missing, though the earlier years were much better. That Katrina Law is such a waste of screen time.
I don't know. I think she's hot. Why? Is she old enough to be your mum?
Anyway, you said we're missing the point. So what's the point?
You know Gibbs' rules, right?
Got 'em all memorized.
My favorite is number 8. Never take anything for granted. I have to teach Barney that one.
That's something we should all practice.
My favorite one is number 11. When the job is done, walk away. Which is exactly what I'm gonna do after I murder that louse.
Well, do you know what rule number 6 is?
Sure, never say you're sorry. It's a sign of weakness.
Exactly.
Exactly what?
Your husbands know they're wrong, but they can't say they're sorry because it's a sign of weakness. Once you understand that, all of a sudden, things aren't really all that bad, are they? Girls, you keep forgetting something.
At my age, I forget a lot. But what in particular am I forgetting?
Men have been brought up in a world where you don't cry. You women can show your emotions, but if a man does it, they call him a sissy.
Most of them are.
But that's an assumption you're making. Molly, have you ever seen me cry?
No, because you're no sissy.
But I am. Most of the things I'm into, regular guys would laugh at. I just hide it well. Why? Because I'm not supposed to cry.
Liking girly things is not the same as being a sissy.
No, it's not. But most guys and girls wouldn't see it that way. The point is, looks can be deceiving because people don't always show their true selves.
And that's our fault?
We would accept our husbands being emotional.
I'd be content with a nice handshake once in a while.
But do your husbands know that? Have you actually said to them, honey, it's okay to cry?
We just assumed it was implied.
You know what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me.
Now he's quoting Odd Couple.
That was another great show.
Don't forget movie.
Tony Randall or Jack Lemmon.
Definitely Tony, for obvious reasons.
See, look at that. You still love the guy.
Well, of course I love the guy. Oh, and Walter Matthau over Jack Klugman.
Is it Mathau or Mathau?
That always confused me too.
I'm pretty sure it's Matthau.
Ladies, can we stay on point?
There's a point to all this?
No, there isn't. And that's the problem.
Oh my God, she speaks something other than porn.
Mabel, have you finally got something to say?
I have plenty to say. Once I get the sight of that deer and rabbit out of my mind.
Deer and rabbit?
I swear I don't know what she's talking about.
Mabel, talk to us.
You never really asked what I wanted.
We just assumed.
There you go with that assumption again.
Am I talking to you?
Steve, she still has a machine gun.
Oh, let her shoot. I don't think she has the stones.
I've never met this man before in my life.
You take a lot of chances, pal.
I'm not afraid of you. I think you're just a lot of talk. I don't think you're going to kill anybody. Now, will you let your sister get a word in edgewise for God's sake?
And you call yourself a sissy. Go on, Mabel.
Am I happy with the way things are? Of course not.
None of us are.
But I wouldn't trade Mac for any guy in the world. He stood by me through everything. All our husbands have. Betty,
Yes.
remember when you had Bam Bam and Barney had to rush you to the hospital because you were already in labor? He got you there in record time.
I remember.
And Wilma, remember when you had Pebbles? You had a very difficult labor, and you had to stay in the hospital all week. And Fred was there with you every single day, all day. He slept right by your bedside. That's still one of my fondest memories. And sis, remember when Tony pulled you out of that burning wreck and saved your life? He risked his life to save yours. These are the things we should be remembering, not all this petty stuff. The truth is, we're better off with him than without him.
I think I'm going to cry.
You need a tissue?
I think we all will. Molly, she's right. I think we lost sight of what's important.
Molly, what are you going to do when Tony's gone? Have you ever thought of that?
Sis, Tony's a good man. His judgment leaves a lot to be desired, but he's a good man.
And Bonnie is the best. He always tries to cheer me up when I'm down. I just wish he'd pay more attention to me when I'm not down. Fred's the same way. I have to turn on the waterworks to get anything out of him.
What was rule number 8 again? Never take anything for granted. Unfortunately, men do that a lot.
Sis, say something.
Maybe it's not just men who have a hard time saying they're sorry. Ah, that's my phone. It's Tony. Tony? Yeah. She's here. You want to talk to her? Put you on speaker? Okay, hold on. Go on, she's listening.
Where the hell are you? You have any idea how worried I've been about you? I came home and you weren't here. I thought that no good brother-in-law of mine kidnapped you. Look, when you come home, I miss you. I love you. Oh, and I'm sorry. Please don't make me say it again.
She heard you, Tony.
We all did.
I can get you a tissue.
No, that's all right.
Look, I gotta go. This lady wants her fake fur back. I told her these things are tough to clean. Steve, I'll catch up with you real soon.
Great, Tony. You take it easy. So long.
Well, now what? I'm going home to give that big lug a big hug.
Sis,
Come on, girls. Let's go home. You know, Steve Rogers, you're not a bad guy. Even if you do stare at my legs too much.
He's the best.
Does anybody have a tissue? Hi, Steve. I'm not Captain America Rogers here with another installment of Timeshare Tidbits. Kevin Hancock once said, apologies aren't meant to change the past. They're meant to change the future. Boy, why is it so hard to say those 2 little words? Turn over! No, what do? We let them snore all night rather than wake them up so that maybe we can get a little sleep. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, those 2 little words. They are a pesky 3 syllables. What keeps us from saying them? Oh, pride for one. For another, what if our apology isn't accepted? Boy, does that ever sting. Well, this week, Steph and I had a visit from 4 ladies who were in desperate need of an apology. In the end, they realized that maybe they were the ones who needed to apologize for being so hard on their husbands. Fortunately, Tony Gambini came through with an 11th hour phone call and said those magic words that put all this to rest. But he really needs to get out of the dry cleaning business. Anyway, the ladies went back home to their husbands without any more thoughts of murder and mayhem. Now, if only I could figure out how the deer and rabbit got on my computer. Roger's out.